Okay, in some interesting boxing news, Jermell Charlo believes that Brian Castano did not pull out of their fight because of a torn bicep injury, but because he was pressing for drug testing that wasn't going on during the preparation. Now, Jermell Charlo not only goes on to blame the WBC, but he also goes on to blame PBC, where he said he stepped to them and he asked them why haven't any drug testing went on, and they told him basically in a nutshell, because you haven't requested it for the most part. And he says not only have they not been drug testing for this fight, he said they haven't been really drug testing the fights at all. So the question would ask, during all those times in fights, and he goes on to talk about from his fights with Lubin right on up, that wasn't no drug testing go on. The question is to be asked is, while that was happening, why wasn't he voicing this type of opinion or these types of feelings during those fights? You didn't hear it, but you're hearing it now. And I feel like you're hearing it now because, you know, it's all on the line. He's one belt away from becoming undisputed, and he has a lot on the line, and he could lose it. Not only that, the politics of the whole thing, how the WBC favors foreign fighters, Latin fighters, whatever you want to call it. And the way boxing is going on nowadays, from Oscar Valdez to Jack Catterall, it ain't no telling. It ain't no telling. So what is Jermell Charlo saying? That they haven't been drug testing for these fights. And nor has he had to request them to drug test for these fights. He said the WBC has been handling that. So when he goes and asks, how come no drug testing has been going on with the Brian Castano fight, they replied to him, it's because you haven't requested it. He said, but I never have requested it or never have had to request it. Why all of a sudden do I have to request it now? That's basically what he's saying. So is he saying, is the fix in? When you look at the politics and when you look at what he's saying, there's no reason not to consider it. And like I said, with the examples that you got going on in boxing today, why not? Okay. So that puts him in a position where he better hope he can knock Brian Castano out. Because if we go to the scorecards, oh man. Oh man. Now, you ask me, well, what you know about the WBC? Would they rather have an undisputed champion in Charlo or an undisputed champion in Castano? With knowing what you know about boxing, and especially how that particular organization gets down, what do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Bruce Van, I'm out.